Hey everyone, welcome to Cyprus, to my live every Monday and every Wednesday at the same time on this channel. Got something to talk today. If you've watched my latest community post, if you've looked at that, you'll be up with the news. So you'll be up with that. And going to talk about that in depth. And as you see by my top message, I always leave you a top message at the top of my lives. I've got an live unboxing today. So for you, that would be exciting. For me, not so much. You'll see why. You're going to get a big explanation. I'm still not well at all, but I needed to get this video done for you to explain some things. Those of you who know me really well will understand my community post, as in I really didn't want this. So if you haven't seen it, go and look at that first before I continue my community post, and then we'll talk about that when we get a few more people on, just so I don't have to reiterate, and I can just get myself together, because as I said, I'm really not well at all today. You can see I'm wearing my snuggly. I was talking about this on Monday. This is what I wear when I'm in hospital normally. It's a fleece, but it's not a thick fleece. It's just so cozy, and I wear it. So I keep it for my down days and just feel really good. I'm actually quite hot now because I've got temperature. I'm up and down like a yo-yo. So we had some thunder today. Oh, also the latest community post, actually, I did while I was doing Monday's live. I told you that I'm right here is the kitchen, just outside this room. I'm right by this door in the kitchen. The rain was coming through the kitchen ceiling, and typical professional me, I just mentioned it and carried on. And if you look in the community post, I've done a picture of it so you can see how bad it was. Mike punched a couple of holes through. And a while ago, he bought what I like to call my Mr. and Mrs. buckets. He bought a red one and a blue one. He said, we need new buckets. So he said, I'll have the blue one and you can have the red one. So I call them Mr. and Mrs. buckets. So I had to use that because I hadn't used mine. Mine's indoors. So that's kind of weird. It's not under the ceiling. He's got a big bucket under where the worst of it was, but it was also running down the wall with this water. And so I've tilted my bucket against the wall. It's not stopped it, but obviously it's stopped it gushing down the wall. And I've got big towels there underneath it. Rain. Did it actually rain today? I don't think it actually rained, but we've had thunder. It's in the mountains up behind us, so it's all black around us. But normally we're in this little, it's almost like a bay, but we're not in a bay. We're sort of down, even though we're up, then we're in this sort of bowl. So it looks fairly level where I live, but it's not. Even my garden's very deep in places, but it sort of is in a plateau almost. I don't know what you call it. And then there's further down the mountain. And we watch the weather often go round up Pearson. If everyone knows Cyprus, goes up Pearson. It rains far more there than it does here. And we watch it go across and then up the back behind us. So, yeah, it's very unseasonal here. We don't normally get rain till, I think the earliest, if we get anything at all, is the end of November. But when you see how around the world at the moment, everyone's got freak weather or early storms and things like that, often blows across to us. And obviously the surrounding areas, in parts of Cyprus, there are floods sometimes when we don't get floods and things like that. One year I did post it, was it year before last? I'm not sure. And we actually did get, well, it is when it rains here, it's short and sharp, but it's really a lot of rain in a very short space of time, and it's just got nowhere to go, hence the flooding. There's a little bug there, that's what I'm looking at. So short and sharp. The thing with the kitchen, we've had rain come through there before, not as bad. And I was talking about on Monday, so I don't want to go into it too much for those who watch all my episodes. But there's 3 parts of this building that were built separate times, and the roofs, you've got the main roof, and then you've got 2 roofs on the other 2 parts that were built after. And people with roofs will know if you haven't got that bit in between, it's not been made properly, and that's where the water's coming down the join from what was the original house to this part of the house that isn't original. And it does mean the only reason Mike's fixed it and bodged it many a time, but what we need to do is completely re-roof everything. It's very difficult to do, make it all one roof, because of the pitches, and the whole ceilings will have to come down as well. It's just the way it's been made. So that probably won't happen. We'll have to just keep bodging it, and there we go. At least it's inside the kitchen wall, although eventually that probably would go damp. But that is the main original wall of the house. So we'll see how that goes with that. We'll just have to put up with it. It's very typical. Hi, Blue. It's very typical of a very hot country that only has sort of bad weather a couple of months a year, that everyone goes, oh, must do that, must do that. And then no one does. Like, oh, we could stick that for a couple of months. But as I say, it will be the whole roof needs completely doing. You can't make it as one, but it needs doing differently. Mike's sort of drawing up plans and trying to figure it all out. And the other thing is, you couldn't do part of it anyway, because we've got original roof tiles. And as most of you will probably know, you have to match up the same tiles. So unless you take all the roof off and start again. And it's quite a big house. It's thin. Well, it's not that thin, but it's long. It's a long house. You'll see I do put quite a few videos with the intro up. I know definitely I've done some recently. I've got several beginnings, and every now and then I'll make another beginning, a new beginning. And some of those say my home, because I think it's quite important for you sometimes to see my actual house. But as I say, my very first videos, you could see all the inside, so that'd be better explained that way. And if you look at the original ones, this was a bedroom. I show the house as it was when we bought it, and this was one of the bedrooms. So there's that. What else? I'm doing catch up first, and then we'll get into the thing. The thing. What else has been happening? Not a lot with me. I haven't done any more trees. I'm just not up to doing anything at the moment. I did actually go out this morning, and I've got lots of onions growing in just big flower pots, and they're all loads of them in one, so that's no good. But it was just to see what starts. I didn't want to plant them out and then don't know what grows. So I've actually taken those down to one of the hugel beds today and planted them out in that. So one of the hugel beds that I've now topped up, I've actually planted the onions out into it, and they are healthy at the moment. So if they all die off, I'll be very sad. I'm not very good at transplanting things like that. I always feel onions and quite a lot of vegetables I like to normally sow where I want them, and that's that. So we shall see about that. I've replanted the tomatoes that Mike, for some reason, Mike's always done the tomato seeds. I think that was one of the first things we grew, and I just said, I can't be bothered fiddling with little seeds, and he's always done tomato seeds. That's the limit of his gardening now. So he had some seeds he was drying out. We bought them at Timmy Market. There's some really big, I think they're like the beefsteak tomatoes that a lot of you guys talk about. They're similar to that, I think, but really big tomatoes. And he said, oh, we'll have some of these, and then you can have the seeds of those. It's cheaper to buy vegetables and take the seeds than it is to buy seeds, I feel, because you've got food and you've got seeds. So to me, it's a win-win, basically. So he took the seeds out, he put them in a little dish that he does, and I don't know then if he left them in the water too long, because he likes to put his in water, or whether he took them out to dry off and left them too long. But anyway, they started sprouting, so I planted those out a while ago. and I've been growing those, and I've potted them up a bit more. And that's really it, I think, of the updates. Just trying to think. I've been busy today. I've been trying to sort of catch up on doing some editing. I obviously post today. Or what did I post today? Let me tell you what I posted, and then we'll do the unboxing. On Tranquility today, I posted Who Are You? I was talking about this last episode, last live. Who are you? And it's all sorts of things to do with who you are, how you are you, and different things. It's part psychology, and just little games and activities for you to figure out who you are, whether it's by your drawing, by your writing, by the way you sit, by the way you talk, all sorts of things. And this episode is an activity to find your characteristics based on your appearance. And that's quite fun. It's quite fun. So that's episode 2 of that. And the next one is going to be on that channel, posting next Wednesday, will be another episode of Life of a Gingerbread Man. If you haven't caught any of those, do check them out. They've got their own playlist. And I'm on episode 11 because the story does continue. You can see a one-off, but it won't have the same impact if you've not followed along, because he was single. When you first knew him, he was single, and he got a dog, gingerbread dog, obviously. And then he got a girlfriend, and they got married, and they've been on their honeymoon. They've shared their wedding pictures with you. And the next episode is We Made Gingerbread. Yes. You can imagine. So look out for the new gingerbread baby and what they've called him. Oh, so do check those out. They're actually quite fun. I enjoy making those. They're actually a lot of time and effort to make, some more than others. And I'm quite ahead on those. And let me tell you, they get very, not technical, just like scenery, and that takes time to set a whole scene up. And one of them coming up, I can't say too much, but one coming up, oh my goodness, it took me nearly a day to do it. You'll see why when we get there. So they've become a lot more intricate for sure. And then on this channel, I posted today, I got mail. So do look at that. I've got mail. It's actually was pending for a while, but a situation occurred, so I couldn't post it. But if you watch the video, you'll see what occurred and why I can now post that video. So it's been half sitting there. And an appearance by Kit. Kit, my little kitten, pops up in that video. I was editing something today, and I'm like, all 3 of the cats got in the one I was editing today. I was like, they do make quite a lot of appearances. So Kit's in that one. And then next one's posted on, what is it today? Wednesday. So the next one on this channel will be posted on Friday. And this is one I was talking about. I wanted to edit, and I did it. And it's called What You Missed, Catch-Ups and Updates, plus by Hoogle Culture Bed Updates. It's actually update 27 of all my Hoogle beds. And cats. Oh, I think that, yes, that's the one where there's all the 3 cats. So that's how quick turnaround that video is. I made it today and I've put it down as the next one. Again, as I say, that's obviously more time sensitive, so I can't leave that there. Hey, Neil. Like a bit of indigestion, I'm back. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I bumped into you today already, haven't I? Bumped into you already. And I've been on Blue's channel today as well. Okay, unboxing. Neil knows definitely what it is. The unboxing is. I know that for sure. And I will explain. This is, I've lost tons of subscribers over this. I've lost tons of subscribers. It's called Selling Your Soul. So you probably know what it is now if you haven't already guessed. So this has been on my community post, and I got this. And in case you haven't seen my community post, basically this is what I term as awkward. I've sold my soul. Well, I haven't. I've been forced into this. I'm laughing, but I'm crying inside. I really am. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. It's called Making the Best of a Situation. Okay, so you know what this is? I'm pretty sure you do. Oh my gosh, I really can't believe I'm doing this. I hate myself, I really do. It's a mobile phone, and you know I do not want a mobile phone. I do not. It's not even, it's a sponsorship. Oh my gosh. If it was a sponsorship, that would be selling your soul. I'm not happy. I'm really not happy. So, okay, let's try and keep this straight. I never wanted one. Mike knew I never wanted one. For me, this is me. Everyone's different. Everyone's got different lives, different thoughts and feelings. Probably 99% of people have got a mobile phone. That's great. That's perfect. Personally, this is not me. I did not want a mobile phone. I did not. So Mike presented me, knowing full well I didn't want one, with a mobile phone. Surprise! Definition of awkward. I've always been taught to be grateful for things, but knowing he knew I didn't want one, that makes it dead awkward. So what is it? First of all, it's a Redmi 9A. I don't know if you guys are aware of what that. He assures me it was inexpensive. The good news is that, let me look, it's only costing us $14.95, that's euros, $14.95 a month for total unlimited use. And it's proper unlimited, not unlimited with restrictions of time or whatever else. Dawn make an awesome mobile camera and webcam at the very least. I haven't thought about webcam. Tell me more about using it as webcam. You guys know I don't really know a lot about gadgetry. I can't even speak, let alone use a mobile phone. This is half my problem. I can't talk to people on the phone. I can't. If the phone rings, I can't even pick it up anymore because I can't get my head straight. It's that random throwing conversation at me. I know it comes up if it's someone you know. I still won't answer it. The only person I will speak to on the phone is Mike. And he gets frustrated if he's trying to ring me when I had my old one. I haven't had a mobile phone for 2 years. We've only had one in the house. And this is part of the reason. So, and he gets annoyed that I pick it up and I fumble around the buttons. I'm like, what do you press? What do you press? And he gets quite annoyed. And then I can text, but it takes me ages to figure it out. It's what I keep telling you guys. If I use something constantly all the time, I get used to it. It has to be natural because I can't think how to do something. So there's that. Anyway, let me show you it first. If you know this, let me know what you think of it. So I just can't believe this is Dawn. I can't. Never has my live of today's title been so apt. So yeah, this is it. It's, I don't know what size you would call that. Look, can you see yourselves? Ooh. Ooh, look, you're on the chat. Ooh, reflection. Ooh. Part of the battle is holding it. I know you can get these thingies where you put your fingers in, but fingers is worse than holding for me, as you know. I'm a bit bothered. I'll go drop it. Okay, so it's okay. It's okay. The keyboard on it, obviously, that's issues for me. I won't use voice activation. I won't use it for putting information on. Basically, I don't want to use it. Okay. Now it kind of explains as well. Mike's been scheming on this. I'll tell you all his reasons as well in a minute, but I'll just show you everything first. This explains, a while ago, I showed you, I'm just unscrewing, he bought me this for my video camera. Now he tells me it was for the phone that he was planning on. So it is good. It's a tripod. I've sort of had my video camera on it. You can adjust this bit. That is actually quite good. I have used that since he got me that. And I said, oh, this bit's no good, because that's the bit you can put on it for a phone. Obviously, it's got headphones with it. Again, I can have headphones in for a very short time. You know that trouble I had when the laptop didn't work, and then this is now Mike's laptop I've got. And I had to wear the headset and the mic for a while because we couldn't get the microphone he got me to go in it to work. And that's why I'm now on another browser, and that's playing up now. There's a lot of live chats I've been going on the past few weeks, and I haven't been able to bring the chat up. My chat's been fine. What else? Oh, yeah, and with that set, there was also the light, which I'd been balancing on my video camera. That stopped working, but that could be the battery. That's actually worked quite well. And funny enough, you know, when I showed you my jumbo haul and I was talking about balancing my tablet, and I said, oh, I've got two different options. This is the one. This is one I did want to buy, and I got in the end. I did it on a. Did I do it on a live? I think my jumbo haul or video. But I said I wanted to get another one of these because you can put your tablet on there. My tablet works great. That was the other thing. I thought, well, I've got a tablet. What do I need a phone for? And I got this one before the other one because I couldn't find it. And my tablet does sit on it, but it's very bendy. Well, okay, I can use that for the phone now. You've got your comments. Let's see your comments before I continue. Sorry, I'm back now with fighting with a password. I don't want to know about technical things right now. Neil says you can go live straight from the phone, much better camera than the laptop. Yeah. Anyway, I will give that a go at some point. I'll probably do a random one because I'm always worried if I try something else, it goes wrong. I've messed up my life. So I might do a random one to test that. But that's another story at the minute, the YouTube on there. Hi, Treasure Woman. Nice to see you. Dawn's not very happy here. Dawn's laughing to camouflage the upset. So there's that. What did I want to say? Yeah, so it was big surprise. So I'm like, well, what's it for? Now, again, you've got to know me well through my channel to know about a lot of these things. If you watch or have watched for quite a long time, you'll be quite aware of issues I have and things as well. Basically, I don't get any aids here for my disability. That was the one thing I had to give up to come to Cyprus. I don't get any of that. Now, I've got a payment coming, and this is legally what I'm not allowed to talk to you about. So let's just say I've got a payment should be coming. It's going through proceedings at the moment. And that's all I can say, but I will fill you in when it's done. But Mike said he was waiting really for that to come through to buy the phone because he felt it's an aid for me. But we don't know how long this is going to take. It's dragging on. So I was like, well, what's an aid for? And he said, I'm very worried because he goes out and helps at the stables. He's building them stables. I must share that with you. I've got some footage of it. He's building the stables. He says, if something happened to you, you can't phone me. I did have a phone, as I say, about 2-3 years ago, and it sort of semi-died. You had to leave it plugged in all the time. And even doing that, it didn't work and whatever. And he said, in an emergency, use it. But he knows I won't. So he said, well, partly he feels happier if I've got a phone. And he bought not long ago a cheapie that is just a phone. You know, I always talk about we've only had mobile phones that are a phone. You can't even do emojis or take pictures or anything on them. They're literally a phone with a torch. You can text on it, but you can't do apps or emojis or anything else on them. So he said, well, I want you to have a phone for safety. So I said, well, you could have just got a really cheap mobile phone. I think you can get them for about 20 euros here. Pardon me. That is just a phone. And he said, well, an aid. He said, because you go walking. And he said he really is not happy with me going off on my own walking. And you guys know I go for miles and miles and I get myself lost. I've said before, I do geocaching. And what I do is on my tablet, I've got the geocaching app. And then I kind of roughly look at where I want to go, because I always go places I've never been. That's half the problem. So I kind of look roughly where I want to go, take a few snapshots, because that's not on sort of roaming mobile, whatever you call it. It's literally, I can only use it in the house, the tablet, and I can't go far from the house. It's only from our Wi-Fi. So, and I wouldn't want to take that on long walks anyway. It's heavy. So I take some pictures roughly of where I think I'm going to go. I've been taking it with me. And then when I walk, and I get a bit lost, or do I go that way or that way? I look at the tracks on the geocaching map. I use the geocaching maps, not Google Maps or anything, because the Google Maps don't show all the tracks that I walk. They just don't exist. But the geocaching maps do, most of them, not the tiny ones. So I take my tablet with me. And then when I get a bit lost, I turn it on and I've like snapshot the pictures on the geocaching, and I have to work out from there. But then I'm carrying my big heavy camera as well, because I'm filming it for you. And I'm carrying my big shoulder bag thing that's got the water bottle in, the cooler thing. And yeah, it's a bit annoying to say the least. So he said, you can now do geocaching, because this $14.95 or whatever I said it was, $14.95 unlimited, is the 5G. It's 5G, so I'm mobile with it. I do like that. The last couple walks I've used it. I think 2 walks. Ooh, you only have to. And I've made. Oh, let me show you what I've made. See, sounds like Dawn likes it now. I'm only here. I haven't gone away. I've made a pouch. And I've got like an elasticated belt. And then I put that on. And then one side I put the phone, and one side I put my glasses, tissues, keys, whatever. And then with the phone, when I want to film something, I can just whip it out, film, put it back in. Oh, it sounds like Dawn likes it now. And you haven't got that problem of trying to get it out of a small bag or whatever. That's why I made it like this. So it's this direction. I can just whip it out, film, finish filming, put it in, get out, check where I am on geocaching, put it in. So that's good. Let's just see what you guys are saying. Neil's going to give me all the pros of it. I'm going to be asking you questions, Neil, you know that, as I come across problems. Yeah, I've got to look into the camera thing. I won't confuse you, but I talk about app for remote webcam. Interesting. Confused. I think I saw it as confused anyway. Phones these days very handy. The virtual assistance is awesome. Well, this is part of it. It's an aid. And do you know what I'm using a lot? You guys know I can't think of words I want to say and whatever. I'm doing the assistant. And that is like having a person there. You know, like you guys help me out, Blue particularly, and Anne quite a lot as well. If I can't think of a word or I'm getting something wrong, you explain it or say it, because I just can't find it in my head. And yeah, in this assistant, I need it now. The assistant, tapping on that a lot. Okay, that is actually a bigger aid than you can imagine for me. And yeah, the futures, things get worse for me, I'm sure, as Neil's saying, the different virtual assistants and the text to speak and all that. Everyone's saying hi. The phone you will be able to real-time track where you are. This is what Mike wants. He's afraid I'm going walking. He's going to have to get one though, isn't he, at some point for that, Neil? Or is there some way he can find out where I am? Does it let off a beep? That's what I want to know, because at the moment he knows I can contact him, and I guess he could come back and get my tablet, and that would sync up the geocaching, wouldn't it? I wonder if you could do that if he can't find me or I haven't come home, if he turned on my tablet geocaching, that must show where I am, wouldn't it? Yes, it must do. If anyone knows about that, I tell you, I've got a friend that does geocaching on YouTube. I'm going to ask her that. About real-time track where you are. Yes, tell me about that, Neil. So if he hasn't got a proper mobile phone, how can he find where I am? Della, hi Della. Dawn's not happy today. If it helps, it's a good thing. Oh, thanks. See, you're going to be sweet. It's not that. Well, it is partly I don't like modern stuff, and there's me on social media doing YouTube, but that is one reason I limit myself to that. Now, I had been talking about Instagram. I just like the idea of snap and there you go kind of thing. And you guys know I don't like shorts. And this is why I've lost so many subscribers, because I've been practicing with it, doing shorts. And oh my goodness, talk about hate. Talk about hate. Oh, you said you'd never do shorts. Well, that's my fault, isn't it? I've gone against the grain of what I believed in and what I've done. Plus, I've got the inside info of it's basically YouTube holding you to ransom if you don't do shorts. Things are changing there, as I've already told you on my Monday live about some of the changes there with the shorts. It's a case of, it's like when you work for a corporation. If you don't like what they do, we'll go and work somewhere else. So take it or leave it, basically. And you know my situation here with YouTube, trying not to pay Cyprus. They're just looking for a reason. So whatever they kind of say do, I've kind of got to do it, so they can't use that as a reason. So yeah, there are shorts. Now, the funny thing is, I thought, I wonder if anyone will actually look if I'm doing shorts. I think they come up for you like the thumbnails of, you get the page when you first go on YouTube and there's different channels, what they've posted. I think they come up there, don't they? Because I was thinking, you go on my channel, I was talking on Monday about now shorts aren't in your videos, they're now across the top. It's a separate thing. Shorts, lives, videos, they're all across the top. So you won't go on my normal videos and see shorts. You've got to actually click on shorts up there. And I thought, let's see who's first to actually notice I've done shorts. And I think it was you, Blind Neil. I think it was Neil who actually put a comment first on there, closely followed by Ashley. Ashley's was so funny, really was funny. You're trying to keep up with the going trends. Hold on, I've missed some. Let me go back a bit. You said hello to Della. Love seeing Della. If it helps, it's a good thing. Blue's always got comforting words. I use both my Bixby assistants on my Samsung and the Alexa all the time. Yeah, you see, Mike has said it's an aid. He can track your phone. Right, how can he track my phone, Neil? How can he track it? Because he really wants, this is what he really wants more than anything. So tell me how he can track my phone. We don't have much of a clue, as you can imagine. Laptop or computer, he can track where the phone is. So how does he do that? Where does he go into to do that? Screw the haters. Well, I've got my lovely community. I've always said, if I can't go on what Dawn's always said now, can we? I've always said I'd rather have really tight community than those whoopie-doos. Really, let them go, hun. If they don't like it, it's a problem. I do get it though, Blue. As I say, I've always said I wouldn't do it. What if one wants to do, that's fine. I'd say it's not as easy doing shorts as I thought. Well, maybe it's the way I do them, because I've practiced 2 ways now. Hence why you'll see I think there's 6 shorts now. And I was practicing different things. Today, I just saw the goats leaning over my fence eating my trees. So I wanted to do something like real time and just see if I can turn it on and do that. I've done a couple of, you can use your videos you've already posted. I've done a couple of those. They're quite fun to do, but I have trouble with those slidey bars, as you know. I've talked about that in editing programs. I don't work very well with those slidey bars. I've sort of got it. But as I say, once I've done it, I've put the title in, and then I can't get how you that's the title I want. There's no like okay or enter or anything like that. And the only way I can leave the title there is I do the back arrow and it says, do you want to cancel or delete? And then I go back in, I just go cancel and go back in again, and then it's like okayed it. So I don't know how that occurs. How do you yes, that's the title I want, save the title? It won't save it. So I go back an arrow at the top. Then it says, do you want to cancel or delete? I do cancel, go back into it, and then it saved it. Weird. But then I have to go on the laptop to hit the monetization. And I know you don't need a thumbnail, I know that, but I want a thumbnail on it as well. But if you want to do that, and obviously to put it in my playlist of shorts, I want to do that. Something else I have to do on there. I think there was something else I have to do on the computer. It's because you hit monetize, you have to then submit that you followed the rules, blah, blah. I know you don't have to do that, but I like mine ordered and I like it in a playlist and all that. So, yeah, I've tried that way. What did I? Oh, I know, the very first one. If you see the one of Kit, where Kit's falling off the ledge of the swimming pool, if you see that one, you'll see that I've filmed it from my laptop. I filmed my laptop because that was the first one I did, and I was not doing it live, obviously. I'd already filmed that on my video camera, and I thought, that would actually make a great short. And as he falls off, I know they keep playing again if you don't pause them. So when he falls off, I've typed in, shall I try that again? And he looks up to the wall that he's just fallen off. And then because it loops, he goes back up, falls off. Shall I do that again? Looks up. So I thought that was a perfect shot. So I'd already got that on my video camera. So I thought, right, I know you've got to do it vertical. And I thought, right, how do I change? Because I've not posted it on YouTube. I can't just change it into a short, as far as I know. I can convert the things posted, but not things I've filmed, but not edited, into the right format of YouTube. So I've either got to post it or I tried formatting it, just format it, but not actually posting it. And in the format of my editing program, you can rotate. So I rotated it into vertical. Then I posted it as a short and it wouldn't accept it. It made it go all funny. It didn't accept that. So I know if you do it on a video camera or a camera, normal camera, they say you can film that, but you just turn that 90 degrees and you can film like that. Well, I'm not going to be doing that. So I couldn't do it. And I was like, I really want to get that up just to see how you post a short and see how it will work. So in the end, I thought, oh, just play it on my laptop and film it. Then that was just practice of actually posting a short to see how that all worked. So I did that. And then I thought, right, okay, let's play with the analytics. Let's post a short that you know is going to get a lot of views. So I did from a film I've already posted a long time ago, goats. I know that gets me tons of views. So I just thought I had to compare the amount of views on that, because Neil and some others were saying you get quick views on that. So I wanted to see how quick that was in comparison with goats that I can get like 1K plus on a goat video. So I thought we'd do that. Where are we? You don't have to do shorts. They aren't changing that. What they've done is made so people who only make shorts can monetize their channel. Yeah, there is a bit of a change coming up. I did say to everyone about they were going to split the shorts when they very first started them, but it's all to do with they want the buyouts. But anyway, I get so much hate. People, you're blind, how you do all this stuff. Oh, bless you. People are dumb. It's an app. Oh, it's an app. You will need, I think, or register the phone on a site. Right. If you've got anything else you can tell me about that, that would be great. Might even be able to sign up with a phone provider. Oh, that's a good place to try. Okay. I'll look into apps as well. I upload the shorts private and then edit on the computer. Oh, that's a good way around it. But my idea of the shorts, if I'm going to do them at all, it is the speed. It's for something, see it, film it, post it. That was why I was talking about Instagram, but I've looked into that, and that's just, in my opinion, far more work, as in there's no point in it unless you're looking to make money on it and become sponsored and all this, that and the other. I might be wrong. That's all I've gained from that. Or someone who wants everyone, whatever channel they're on social media, to draw them in. I'm not really worried about that. The vertical format is meant for videos made in upright mode on phones. Need aspect ratio of 9:16. You don't get watch hours from shorts, just get views and subs. Yeah, see, I'm not worried about the watch hours. I just wanted to play with the analytics. Funny enough, my monetization went from €6 something, and they said, well, if you do shorts, it'll go up. Yeah, it won't. I know that. And it's gone down to €3 something. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, so what else do I want to say? Yeah, so what else was I going to say? Yeah, Mike said to just basically say it's got a big memory, so we don't need what's the little thing you have to put in? Can't think of the word now, basically. So you don't need like the extra storage thing or anything. Are we? Yeah, and he said obviously it covers a multitude of scenes I've got now. Then technically on it, a camera, a tracker. Do I want to be tracked? I'm not putting, as I say, any stuff on it, any important stuff, or I'm not using it like people use it as their life. I'm not using it like that. I had trouble actually bringing tranquility up on it because I wanted to post a short on there just to sort of have a look at that. What else? Yeah, so basically it was the cheapest option. Mike felt that I've got everything I need. And you were saying about doing lives and that on it. I know Anne tried doing lives. How easy did you find it, Anne, to actually do a live? I'm not very good though with it all because there's small buttons, and I really hate, I've obviously gone on YouTube to do the shorts on there, but with all those adverts in between and all over the place, that's really, I can't focus on where I need to be. So I'm not sure I want to use YouTube on there. I don't want to watch YouTube on there, and I don't want to do comments on there or anything like that, because I like comments on my laptop. That will always be where I do my YouTube work, and comments, and I can see who's on the phone. You can press things too easily. And as I say, I have no ads on my computer, on the laptop. I don't pay anything. I just have a app that takes off all the ads, because if there's ads running, even just on the bottom or up the side, even watching some people's lives, if they have a lot going on, I can't watch them. I can't concentrate. So I find it very distracting going on the YouTube site. There's so much, and in between everything, and I just can't do it. So I'm not sure if you do a live, and can probably say, oh, all of you probably know, if you do a live on there, do you get all these distraction things around, like the next scroll up thing and all that? I don't know. I might try one and just see, but I'm worried that there's going to be all ads everywhere and other things pop up. How does that work? How does that? I feel like a little baby asking you all questions. Let's see, where are we up to? It's an app. I think you need to register on site, maybe site phone provider. I think that was good info. Upload the shorts private. I read that one. The vertical format is, I read that one. Read that one. Anne, bless you, Anne. Loved your latest video. Yeah. As I said to you, I think I said previously, I'd already filmed it all. Had to chop a few little bits out, obviously, where I was praising the idea. Had to snip that out, and you saw I sort of put in the what occurred and whatever else. So I think it was important to know, and I've actually tagged the video with things like how to include everybody in your giveaways and those kind of things. So I do appreciate so much. You tried so hard to make your giveaway fully inclusive. There's not many channels that do that, so I was really pleased. Love your latest video. Yeah. Oh, Anne, you're a darling. You really are. You need the YouTube app. I've got that. That's what I've got on the phone. It was okay to have to read the chat. Now, what about, I know you can do this, but just bear with me. How do I do it? Could I use the phone to film myself doing the live, but have the comments here? You can do that, can't you? People do that. I just don't like doing all these several things, because I know you can like film two things at once and show it on the screen, all that. I'm just like, oh, it's a bit much for my little head. That's what starts turning me a bit loopy when I have to try and figure it out. Yes, so on a live, could I use the phone to do the filming? Because this is dead grainy. It's dead grainy. Or I just need better lighting. If I could film myself, but you can read the chat on the screen. But then I can't go mobile. I loved it when Anne did that attempt to go mobile, because that's what I'd love to do. I'd love to do a live, like, oh, I'm here now and I'm here now. So maybe I should do, I think Anne did it as kind of a walkabout test. Maybe that's what I need to do. It was okay. So Anne, tell me this, your lives, how many of them do you now do live, or do you not bother? how, because I'm going, without being rude, I'm going on age. Age, and you're the same as me. There's no technical aspect of past life. So, and I'm finding, I go on about mic shaky, but I find when I'm doing the shorts, holding it just to kind of hold press and be doing something else, I can't hold this for long. And I don't want to be throwing that across the everywhere like I've been throwing my saws. I find it very difficult to hold it. And don't tell me to go and get other gadgets now. It's holding anything. I need a little, like, what they call it, like a gimbo thing that's attached to you. Laptop easier for sure. Yeah, I like that I can literally just click on webcam and it's a go. Yes, I have to type in all the stuff beforehand for it, but that's what I'm used to. Hence why I don't often do StreamYard. I do it on my other channel, more StreamYard. I do like StreamYard. Yeah, I know with that StreamYard, you can link your phone as if it's a guest. You can link your phone and then be showing things with that. I need a gadget person to be by my side. I think that would be useful if anyone came over here and stayed and just sort of set it all up. Not that I don't like not being able to figure things out. And I think I did pretty well on my own with the shorts. I did well on my own figuring out StreamYard, because I did StreamYard before I did lives on here. I've done StreamYard I did StreamYard when people weren't even using StreamYard. It wasn't a thing. And people kept saying, what's StreamYard? So that's how long ago I did StreamYard. Just practice and that, and then deleted them. But StreamYard was very close to when I started YouTube. No, it was before that, before I actually had a postie, I think. I can't remember. Where are we? Where are we? See, I'm lost already. I just use the phone as a webcam and laptop to watch you interact with the chat. Yes. So I've got to figure out this. So I forget what you said. Did you say there's an app to use it as a webcam? How do you use it as a webcam? I can't remember if you said. There are no ads on the app that I've found. Right, okay. No ads, but it's small print. See? You know, I can hardly even read this, but what colour is it on that, the type and the background? If you're hosting that, what colour is it? Because as you may or may not know, here on my side now, it's black background and white type, which is hard to read at the best of times. I suppose everyone thinks I wear glasses. I only wear them for reading. No, that's small print. I really did. Oh, well, at least we worked it out. Oh, bless. That's the gift card. It does say, and when I was re-editing it, I actually am reading the bit on the thing. It says for anyone with visa. And you must have read the same thing as me. And as I say, I didn't know. Mike didn't know. You didn't know. And then he even sat there to activate it. And that's like kept declining. And I said to you, I'll try and see if I can gift it to myself and pay it into PayPal or something myself. No, you just couldn't activate it from, they can tell where you are, can't they? And they wouldn't activate it from here. It had to be to a American account from an American account. So, yeah, I do thank you for that. The remote webcam app is called Remote Webcam app. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what else I've been using it for. Podcast. Gardening podcast while I'm doing stuff. I guess I could listen to YouTube. You guys all go, I'm listening. I've not thought of that one. You'll go, oh, I'm listening, you're in my pocket. Anne always says that, you're in my pocket. I can say that now. And the radio, I was telling you about the radio station Boom, BOOM, and it plays it's all the old English DJs, and they're playing the old English music from about 50s to, they play a little bit of modern, but mostly it's our stuff or my stuff. Where are we? I was writing something. Remote webcam app. Wait, where are we? Oh, there. App. You put a version on your phone, tablet, and the other on it, right? Version on phone, tablet. You're a good friend to have, Neil. Tablet, and the other on laptop, desktop. That's great info. Yes, you can read off the computer, but you have to make sure there's no volume on the computer. Oh, that's like feedback when you're on someone's lives, isn't it? I'll put that so I remember. No volume on computer. If using phone and computer. It's a bit hard to write today because my little finger's not working at all, so I can't bend it around to hold. Where are we? You get feedback. Yeah, that's like if you're a guest on a doodah. He's laughing now because I said about age. If only I looked like you. Well, age is important. I go live on my computer mostly now, but using the phone is fun to walk around with the phone. I need a gadget person too. Yeah, but you've got people. You know what I mean. You've got other YouTubers. They're all there, all around you, helping you out. That's great. Neil, I'm just an old hippie. It's all grey on my phone. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, it's a basic thing, isn't it? Colours. All this modern stuff is not all-inclusive. It is so not all-inclusive. Oh, dear. Was there anything else I was going to say about... Anne says, I do have wonderful people. You certainly do. You most certainly do. You can all meet up. And you all get... I know there's collaborations everyone can do, but there's a society. Let's say you're a homesteader. You get the homesteaders. You get other people as well, but you get that. You're in America. You got the Americans. You're in Australia. You got the Australians. You're in England. You got the English hub. You're in Cyprus. That's my channel, struggling to begin. Neil says, I had to learn because no one helped me. Yeah, I figure out, as I say, if I was a bit more, it's when I'm when I'm trying to work things out, it's like my brain short circuits. It's almost like it switches off. So it annoys me because I used to be super intelligent and, you know, high Mensa and all the rest of it. It's just not there. The ability isn't there. It's not I can't, and I know people try and can learn. I physically get to a point where, because I don't have all parts of my brain functioning, the bit that you need isn't there. As I always say, the only way I can explain it to you so you can understand is put your arm out and this bit between your elbow and your wrist bend. And it's not, I can't. Well, try and you will be able to. You really can't. And that's the parts of my brain that doesn't work. Yes, there's bits I exercise and try and stretch, but there are some parts that are totally kaput. I cannot do anything about them. And other bits slowly are dysfunctioning with each problem I have. So eventually there, but when people go, well, if you try, you can, and you bend there, and when you can do that, let me know. Yeah, so it's not about being old and not having, not knowing about things, but you can learn, you can understand. There are points where my brain just doesn't work anymore. Imagine as well, you've stayed awake for a whole week. At some point, your brain's just going to cut out, isn't it? You're just going to sleep. That's what my everyday life is. When it gets tired or you're trying to figure something out, it just stops. It just stops. That's the only way I could explain it to you. Yes, so thanks for still being my friends. Oh dear. So how do I feel now? Still not happy. Yes, look at the benefits. Look at the benefits. I think a lot of it was the money. There are other things I would want and I need. So it's pacified Mike. Neil says, my brain is like that in some ways since my car accident where I was a kid. Some suffer super easy, others suffer easily to talk to a wall. Bless. Big hugs always. Big hugs, Neil. Always. So I think that was all. As I say, I've got to look on what is good about it. I think if it was a bigger payment for each month, that would be an issue. That would be a no-no. That would have gone straight back to wherever he got it from. In fact, I do know where he got it from. We call it the boys' toys shop. It's like an electrical shop, but it's more fun stuff. There are TVs and things like that, but it's more gadgetry. That's where he got, I can't move the microphone, but I did show it to you at one point, I'm pretty sure. It's on like a little tripod. It's not little, it's about that tall. And if you recall, we got three different microphones because nothing was working. But yeah, hearts from Anne. Keep myself very high. It keeps my brain from being a tomato. Oh, tornado. See? It's because I can't read it very well. And that's why when some of you make mistakes typing, I don't even see it. Oh, I tell you what else I've done with the phone. I do all my apps, and I was saying on my tablet, I did go through it on my last live, showed you what was on my tablet, all my apps and everything. And it's, I would say, more than half is Greek or Cypriot, whether it be games. I was saying I've got like Hangman, and that's in, I can't remember now if that's Greek or Cypriot. I think it's Greek. Things like that. So I won't transfer games onto the other one, but there is a particular app I'm using at the moment, a learning one. So I've got that on here, and I do it in bed rather than sitting with the tablet. And what was the other thing I've got downloaded? There's more space on here than there is on there, but that could be because I've got about 50 million books on Kindle on there. But there's a lot more space on here. You don't need charging half as much. I was quite surprised how long this lasts charging. So I've got more physio stuff on here now, and that's a bit more mobile. I take it down the studio and save humping and everything else down there. So yeah, there's that. So good or bad, what do we think? I'd say overall 50-50, because I'm taking the good with the bad. So would I have bought it? No. No, I would not. I would not have bought this at all. 100% no. Am I happy he bought it? As I say, money is, we're a lot better off, but this is, I say way down the line, this is not even wanted, but now I've got it. I'm using it, as I say, geocaching. That's good. I can now, oh, that was the other thing with geocaching. You know, I said I do photograph on my tablet in the house where I think I'm going and sort of photograph where the geocaching is. But when you're actually, now I've noticed with the phone, because I would go to geocaching places and I can't find exactly where there are things hidden. And if you don't know, it's like a sort of treasure hunt on a app, and it shows you where one is near you, and you go and then you find it. It's got a little marker. But obviously I've marked that roughly on the geocaching with the Wi-Fi at home. When you get there, you can't find it. With it on the phone, obviously it's live because it's 5G, and you go there and it pinpoints much more where it's supposed to be. And I found 3. I think I found 3. I can't do many more because they're not walkable from here. But when we're out and about, see, I can take it with me and do geocaching when we're out somewhere. You will have seen some filming I've done. Possibly you'll notice which ones now I've tested it on. And the Omedos ones are with that. And you can go along. You all know, you think I'm a bit mad to talk about like I'm an alien on your planet. But I was going along the stalls where they were selling stuff with that. Whereas before you had the big video camera. No, I said to you, I can't go. We're not allowed in shops. I know so many of you, particularly the Americans, you go and show shops and you walk round, what do you call it, Target, and you show what they're selling. And, oh, you can't do that here. You can't go in shops filming because I want to show you Jumbo and I can't show you Jumbo. And you certainly can't secret video. First of all, it's not a thing in social media anyway here, but you just won't do it. And if you secret filmed and they caught you, I think they'd call the police here because they think as well you're looking at prices. You're like, look at prices and stuff. Where are we? You can zoom in on most maps, do the pinch or spread with fingers. Yeah, I got that because I've got that on my tablet. But thanks for that, Neil, because that's really a good thing. And I don't know if you were on my live Monday. I was saying about I don't know if it only works on phones. It won't work on computers. Silly me, because you can't pinch on computer. On your phone, when you're watching YouTube, go on any video. If you've got it on your YouTube app now, it should be, I think everyone naturally gets it, but you can watch, say, one of my videos back. And if you want to look at, say, what these are in the background, try it now. I don't know if it work on live because technically that's not posted yet, but go back later and watch it and you can pinch anyone's video. So I haven't tried that. As I say, I don't use YouTube on the phone. It's too distracting. But you can go on anyone's video now and pinch and zoom on an actual video. As I say, I haven't tried that, but that's supposed to have rolled out. I try and keep you updated with what's happening, the things I'm allowed to pass on. What else? As I say, yeah, walking is really good. Going out for walks with it, there is that. But as I say, holding it's an issue. That's why I made that little pouch, so I don't have to walk carrying it. And yeah, I know these finger things, but as I say, that's just as bad. Depends on the quality of video. Higher quality, the clearer the zoom. Haven't tried that pinching thing yet. You've got your sunglasses on now. I've got sunglasses on. That's normally what I put on a lot of chats because it's like Cyprus, sunny Cyprus. And I think if you go on my about bit, it says, welcome to sunny Cyprus. Well, we had thunder today, but as I say, it was going all round us. So Yeah, and it's cooler at night now and cooler in the morning, but hot and sunny during the day. Hot and sunny still, too hot to do anything, but as I say, not been well, so I haven't done anything apart from what I said at the beginning. I've transplanted some onions that are growing in pots. So they've gone in a hugel bed. That's where they are. Neil says, if you don't have a case for your phone, get one. I'm not spending money. Yeah, I was worried about the screen because you're supposed to have a protector thing, aren't you? But it's money, man, money. Yeah, I have made like the pouch, like that, but I've made a mini one for it. So is that in here? No, it's not in here. It's out on the kitchen table. I have made a little like felty pouch for it, so it is in a pouch when I'm there. But as I say, Neil, I'm going to drop things. It's going to be thrown across the room, not because I don't like it, but someone said it's like trigger hands. It's not really, but it is like that. That as I've been sawing the trees the other week, and the saw would suddenly fling out across the garden. So it's going to get dropped, which is another reason. I really need like a shoulder bag with it. Oh, you know, like I was going to say granny glasses, but I think Anne's got them. Poor Anne. You know, like those chains. Maybe I need something with a pouch with the phone there, but that it stays in the pouch so I can use it. And if I drop it, oh, pensioner pockets, we call them, shall we? I'm not pensioner pockets. Yes. If you don't have a case for your home, get with my case has a wrist strap. Oh, cool. Haha, granny glasses. I think you do have that, don't you, Anne? I seem to recall. I need that actually. Well, this is why I made this pouch for when I go on walks, because if I was going to be using the phone now, I was like, well, hold on, I might need to read because I'm not used to it. If something pops up, like you suddenly get a bleep that a message or something's coming, or if my phones, I still haven't really got how to answer it properly because he's been testing it out. So there's no point in that, is there? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. No, what was I saying? Granny glasses. Oh, yes, that's what I was saying. Thanks. I look at the chat and then I know what I was talking about. So I put the phone in one side and my glasses the other side because I'll need them, the glasses, if I need to quickly look. Hence why then I can put the phone in. I can't hold two things at once very often because I have to focus. I'm actually holding something in each hand. So I don't like to carry two things at once unless I'm really focused. So I've got glasses in one, phone in the other, and then what I do is if I need the glasses, the phone can go down, I can pick the glasses up, put the glasses on, pick the phone back up. That's why I wanted easy access. Pockets, you can see I was busy. But I was thinking, prior to thinking about making that, having a chain. I did have one. Not a chain, I had like a luminous yellow one that was for sunglasses. And I thought, well, when I go on my walks, before I thought to make the pouch, I thought, well, I can have the chain, or it was like called, have that and have my glasses here. Then if I needed them, put them on. But I was like, no, if I fall down when I'm walking, which does happen a lot, the glasses will get smashed then. Whereas the pouch, when I put, because I've got like an elastic belt type thing, and I hook that over there. And what I do is when I'm walking, I actually push it round the back of the elastic so it's behind me, because I don't fall backwards. So if I ever fall, this is behind me, and Dawn might be severely injured, but Mike's phone is fine. Yay. And then I'll probably get over that, get up, pick up the phone, go, oh, it's all right, and drop it and throw it across. Oh dear. I think that is part of it. I'm kind of, he's given me this thing that's a lot of money to us, and I might break it in 1 minute. I don't know. Yes, I do. Yes, I think it's a brown chain. I'm thinking. Try to imagine you. I've seen you with it. I think it's a brown chain. Neil said, I've even dropped my phone just plugging in the charging wire. Case has saved it countless times. Okay, Neil, I'm taking your advice. Mike said he's taking me out, I think next Tuesday or next Thursday, because I need to go to Jumbo. I've been sad. I need to go to Jumbo. So I think if we can go to Stephanie's, it's called Stephanie's, something like that. That is, they have loads of phone cases and that, so I will take your advice on that. And I haven't forgotten about the hemp seeds, but we haven't been anywhere remotely near that place. But I haven't forgotten. I've even got a little note of to do there, and I've just put buy hemp seeds. And I've just got it sitting there. Oh, Anne, you're on. Do you know anyone that's got hemp seeds? I know you've got all sorts of peeps in your growing circle. Dawn wants some hemp seeds. And me and Neil try to figure out how I can get some hemp seeds. Yes. And the other thing I really need right now, and it's something Mike said, well, we'll see if we can get, is all the olive trees that I cut down last year. I need to saw them up. I can't use a chainsaw, obviously. If it cuts out, I just randomly would cut myself in half. I don't need to throw it. I can just like maneuver madly. I wouldn't touch a chainsaw. But we've seen, we might know of them anyway, but I'd seen them on a YouTube site, and they're like a battery operated cross between a saw and a chainsaw. I don't know what you call them. And a lot of American YouTubers are actually promoting them at the moment, like sponsorships. The only trouble is they're all going, buy it through us, Dawn, buy it through us. Because I'm like, I need one of those. Yeah, we're looking to get one of those. Buy it from us. And you will laugh. Our link is Amazon. Amazon do not ship to Cyprus. They refuse. I was like, I would really love to do the sponsorship through your channel. I love your channel, but Amazon does not love me. So we're going to look. There's the site where I get my seeds in Cyprus, that I've got seeds quite a few times from donation money when people say get seeds. They do it, but their tools are very expensive. So, but at least I've got the idea what I want. I did say to Mike, I'd seen them a few times on different YouTube sites, not the promo people, but just people using them. And I said, are they a bit flim flam? I've seen a really old lady, how shall we say it? Not frail. She's a big lady, but she's even sawing would be difficult for her, like holding tools and hammering, and she gives it a go, let's put it that way. So, and she was using it. So I thought, oh, she was using it and doing it. So I thought, well, if she can use it, I'll be fine with it. Hey, Jasper Pudding Face, how are you, Janine? And anyone who doesn't know, and you've seen the video of Anne's prize to me, I didn't put on the end, but the money, I did say to Anne when I first won it, I'm going to be any donation money I was going to be putting towards buying trees, fruit trees for the spring. So when I do get those, Anne, I will tell you which tree is your tree. It would be the Anne Dale Land of Plenty, or Tree of Plenty. Let's call it the Tree of Plenty. Yes. So watch out for that in the spring at some point. You don't know anyone with hemp seeds? No. Oh. Yeah, Neil saying about plugging in the charger. Where I charge mine, We don't have that many sockets really in the house, which is strange. Where I've got my fireplace, it's a corner fireplace. It's a proper log fireplace, open fire. It's a corner ways. And it's got two kind of like shelfy things of the corners, each side of it, but they're sort of triangle because they're corners. And there's a socket right by there. So it makes a nice shelf for putting the phone on and charging it there. I'm just worried Kit particularly is going one day running there like a bomb. He just runs like a bomb, crazy, random places that he's never been before. And he'll knock it off. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, I don't know what trees. As I say, I've done a video, not a video, a live, talk about all the trees that I would really like to get. And we'll see what they've got. We're going to go, we know where we're going, and just get some fruit trees that we haven't got. And we should see. I don't know how much they'll be. I want fairly substantial ones. I want ones that are starting to fruit. So, or else we've got to wait ages for them. So I'd rather pay a little bit more and get trees that are about to fruit or would fruit, and see what prices they are and go from there. So there was a few donations prior that I said any money. I've got lots of little bits over some lives and whatever else. So I said all the little bits will go together and get a tree or a couple of trees. And we've been saving up, put a little bit of money aside to get a couple of trees. So we'll see. If I didn't have a phone, we could have got more trees. I do still feel like I've sold out, only for the fact that I didn't actually buy it. I wouldn't have bought it. We'll leave that there. My kid dropped their first phone from less than a foot. It landed on the screen and was done. So I'm super paranoid. No, I'm listening to you, Neil. I'm listening to you. I'm listening. I agree with you. If I'd gonna go away now and don't get a screensaver, well, not screensaver, a safety thing. Wait, the word's back there somewhere. Case, a crash helmet for the phone. If I didn't do it and then I dropped it, and you'll be going, my best case was like $20. Can't afford that, but it has saved my replacing the phone a heck of a lot of times over the 3 years. There. So how's Janine? Phone case. Thanks, Neil. Oh, Neil has joined the crew of Finding Dawn's Words. I don't need you guys now. I've got an assistant on the phone. There we go. Say Anne. Anne is always there. Screen protector phone case. Can you imagine me going shopping? I'll be like, I want crash helmet for the phone. Oh, I laugh. My laughter hides a lot of sadness. In more ways than one. Yes. I laugh. Yeah, obviously Blue's gone for a nap because she normally jumps in with the right words too. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh, it's absolutely crazy. It really is. Oh, there's always something new. So the moral of this story is, if Dawn says, I will never, just put your hand up and walk away. But as I say, I didn't do it. My reaction was, take it back. That was my reaction. We don't argue. We've never argued. And I just said it as it was. I said, no, take it back. Take it back. I mean, I like what it is. If money was no object, would I still have had it? No. That was me caressing it. You saw my arm fly. That was me cleaning it and caressing it. I like what's on it. The bits I like. I like bits on it. Let me see. I like bits on it, but no. It took, that was another thing. It took me forever to try and figure out how to even use it because I've never had a phone. I've got the tablet. It's not the same. I think it's Chinesey, and the buttons are backwards to the tablet. You know, down the bottom you get the circle and the pointy arrow and something else. There's 3 things on the bottom. Well, they're back to front. And what I will say is if you get a phone made from somewhere a bit strange or Chinese, delete everything on it. You get all these weird things kept coming up. When I go on Boom Radio, it's like a radio app. I've spoke of that earlier. When I go on that, it comes up, the app for that, good morning or good afternoon, and the song playing is whatever. Well, it did work sometimes, and Mike's got it on his laptop and it's on this laptop, so we know how it works. And it was fine sometimes, but every now and then when I'd go back on it another time, it would have all Chinese writing, and then in English it'd say welcome and a funny name. I say Chinese, it might be Indian. I can't remember if the writing was Chinese or Indian. Anyway, it came up like funny stuff, but it was saying hello to somebody else, and I was a bit. It's not an old phone; it's a brand new phone, so I'm like, this is a bit odd. And then I wanted to put a screensaver or whatever on it, and you get themes and wallpaper and whatever, don't you? All those things. And I wanted to put that on, and I chose one and put it on. And then there was all this weird, what do you call, like, they're not cartoons, they're like science fiction-y anime or something, do you call it? You know, like sort of, not space age, futuristic, cartoony, comic book type things. But they were like girls with like wearing not a lot and things like that, but cartoony. And I was like, what's all this come up? And I could not get rid of it. I couldn't change it. I couldn't get rid of it. And I'm like, you got to take this back. And Mike's like, no, perhaps you don't know how to do it. I said, I've done all that on my tablet. I know how all that is. And it was like for ages. And some of the apps were a bit off, and then other things, there was just a lot not quite right with it. And you know, when if you fill up your page with apps, there's another page and you can put more apps and so on and so forth. Well, in the end, I'd finally thought, I did all cleaning and security things and whatever I could do on it, and I thought it had gone, but I still couldn't put another one on. I'm like, it's sitting there somewhere. It's obviously still in the phone somewhere. And I just happened to scroll across to see how many actual pages you can scroll across for apps, whether they're already all there or they just add a page each time. And when I'd gone past my apps, there was another page, and it was still this cartoony thing that had gone from all the rest of it. But this wallpaper, or I don't know if it was, wallpaper it must have been, that was still there. And it wasn't the one I'd like gone for originally, and that was still there. So I knew it was still on the phone somewhere in the background or something. Anyway, I couldn't get rid of it, and I wasn't happy with it. And as I say, there was all this, I can't remember now, as I say, if it was Chinese writing or Indian writing. Anyway, there was things just weren't quite right with the phone, and I wasn't happy at all. And I was like, well, you got to take it back anyway. There's something quite wrong with it. And then I was showing him what free games were on it. And there was one, it kept bringing up funny things on the bottom. I deleted that. And things were better, but there were still some odd things. And I deleted all the games that had come on it. And it's been fine ever since. Everything just went. All the bad things and this wallpaper thing, all just went. So my advice is, if you buy even any phone at all, maybe, just delete everything off. If you want those games, go into the Play Store app and get them again. If they're real, they'll be there. I think there was something lurking within the games that were already put on the phone. I seriously think that. So my advice is just delete. I mean, obviously I delete things that are on the phone anyway that I'm not going to use, like there's a Facebook app and things like that. I just get rid of them. It sometimes tells you, doesn't it? They try and fool you into thinking it's going to mess up your phone if you delete certain things. We all know that's not true. So I delete all those things. And as I say, it wasn't until I deleted all the games that were already on there and it was all fine. So I think there's a program within that, because I don't think many people actually do ever delete all the games that come on the phone. They use them or just let them sit there and add to them. But my advice, delete all the games. That's where things are lurking. Things are lurking. Let's see the chat. Where was we? Oh, there was Anne with her helpful words. Screen protector phone case. Neil said, I ordered my case from Amazon. Don't talk to me about Amazon. Name of case. Oh, sweet. I can't order from Amazon. You need to figure out the case for your phone. Bless you, Neil. I can't order from Amazon. That's it. Yeah. Anime and all that. Yeah, that's the word. Look at you, Anne. I think I'm the granny now. Yeah, it's taken me 3 years. I still don't know half the stuff on your phone. What make is it? What, my phone? Are you talking to me? I showed it at the beginning. It's a Redmi 9A. Now, if you go online, it's got really good reviews. The only bad review it's got is they say if you're someone who's had loads of up-to-date mobile phones, this is a bit slow. Now, for me, it's quicker than my tablet. I don't feel it's slow at all in any shape or form. So if it's, they say it's better than the first, but it's not a beginner phone, which is probably why it took me a while to understand it. I mean, sad of sad. Remember, I've never had a proper mobile phone before. Oh, it's gone now. I know that's Wi-Fi, the second thing, because obviously that's on my tablet. Duh, and I know that from computers. I didn't know what that was. Did not know what that was. Oh no, it's got a torch. Did not know that. Oh, that was something that was wrong with this phone when I first got it, whether it was Chinese or Indian. You pull down, you get all that stuff. Okay, when I first got it, these were all on black screen, like the same colour as the rest of the phone, the background. They were all on that, and only half of them were there, as in half of each icon was there. You couldn't pull down and get all these things. And the other thing, all these things, this is a tutorial. All these things, all these icons were really weird pictures, like really weird things. They were unrecognisable. I know with themes and wallpapers that they changed. No, they were weird. One of them, I think it was the camera or this callie thing. I think that's messages, that one. Yeah, that's messages. Oh, I'll tell you about that in a minute. One of those two, I can't remember which side it was a picture of a lemon, for example. Some of them were just things you didn't even recognise what they were, but some were pictures. I know themes change things, but it wasn't anything to do with that. Now, this is something that confused me. This is turning into a, like, old dawn video. This bit, I thought that's the phone to make a phone call. No, that's like, oh no, it is the phone, isn't it? It's messages. Oh, I don't know now. No, that is the phone. That is the phone. Maybe I didn't know what the next thing was. That's messages then. I don't know what that is now. I should stop talking about things. Right, I don't get if I've got on the Google one, right? On the Google one, I've got YouTube Music. That's what I've been using, and you can choose like from the library or whatever. I get that. But why then do you also have this music? Now, to me, this music is like those, what they called MP something players. That to me is that, and you put your own music on that. But you can do that on the other one as well. This is like an MP, what do you call it? MP something. That those little box things you could have with your headphones. I never had one of them, as you can tell. But I think that's that. So to me, there's no point in having that, I guess. As I said, don't do any internet-y stuff on here. So file manager, wouldn't use that. I don't want all my pictures on here. I take pictures on here and then I put them on here. People were laughing. You joining the big time with cell phone now. I'm a big girl. Don't feel bad. I don't know what half my phone can do either. It's just a folder. It's just a folder. I couldn't work that one out then, Neil. Thanks for putting that. Yeah, it's just a folder. An assistant, obviously. So let's ask the assistant something. Who is Anne Dale?
According to Wikipedia, Anne Dale is a researcher, public advocate, and environmental policy analyst.
Did you know that, Anne? Did you know that, Anne? Did you get that? That's who Anne Dale is. Shall we ask someone else? Oh, I'm getting excited now. That's news to me. Well, let's ask who I am. All right, I just want to ask Anne Dale Homestead first. Let's see. What is Anne Dale Homestead?
I found these results.
Anne Dale Homestead on YouTube. Nothing to prove. Shorts, motivation, inspiration, trending. Oh, she's on Instagram as well, guys. 760 followers, 701 following, 104 posts. Ooh. Let's do Neil. I just got to blow my nose a minute to excuse. Getting so excited. And I have a drink while I'm there. I need to refresh. Okay. Neil's excited. Right. Who is Blind Neil?
I found these results.
Blind Neil, the band, at Blind Neil. Blind Neil, the band. 6-string Daniel, 4 strings, email, Blind Neil, the band. Or SoundCloud, stream Blind Neil music. Listen to his songs, albums and playlists for free. That must have been Instagram. Yeah, it was Instagram. Let's do another one. Who else is still watching? Who is Jasper Puddingface?
Here are the top search results.
And it says on Reddit, everyone talks about Puddingface from Best Gift Ever. Why not make a drawing of Jasper from Steven Universe as a pony? What on earth? Oh dear. Blind Neil, he popped up like 6 years ago. Dang it, that Blind Neil, the band. I remember that. Oh, placeholder. I've gone back now. Neil's saying it's just a placeholder. Are we talking about the music thing? I've the name for 12 years on YouTube and the nickname for 30 years. Who else is on? Blue was on. Should we just say who is Blue? No, that'd be too hard. Let's see. Oh, I've done something else there. Who is Blue Fairy?
According to Wikipedia, the fairy with turquoise hair is a fictional character in the 1883 Italian book The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi, repeatedly appearing at critical moments in Pinocchio's wanderings to admonish the little wooden puppet to avoid bad or risky behavior.
There, because she was the Blue Fairy originally. So, yeah. Oh, that's quite a good one. That was quite a good one, wasn't it? That was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm all right with the assistant. I obviously use that for very serious help. Tools. Haven't really used that. Calculator. I've got nothing to calculate. Well, there's radio there. Scanner. I would never use that. Watch this space. I wouldn't use that. I don't agree with anything going through your phone. I know social media and things get done there, but it's a recorder there. Oh, is that what I'd use for the webcam then? Would I use that? If I use the recorder on there, what's the difference between the recorder on there and the camera on there? Use my assistant for calculations. Calculate how long before Dawn uses the scanner. I don't go shopping. I just put things, I go to Jumbo, I put things in the basket, and that's my limit. I don't have money. I'm like the Queen. She didn't have money, not even in her bag. I'm like the Queen. I don't have money. Hey, Tom Girl City Squad. You were such a help earlier. Really appreciate that. There's some really interesting things I want to try now. Thanks. Yeah, so what's the difference then between this? Oh, it's gone now. In the tools, there's, it's over this side, recorder over here. But you've also got the camera, which you can do video on. So what's the difference? It's doing that. Oh, what's it say? Allow recorder to make and manage phone calls. See, I don't want to use that. Deny. Allow it to have access to all your photos, media and files on your device. No. To me, that's then just recording your life, which I know everything's doing now. Records notes. No, I got a notes thing. Oh, you're saying like dictation. Let's see. But then I've got to allow it to go into everything I've got. I don't want to do that. Can't record due to unwanted allowance. Oh, and then we've got screen recorder as well. Now, to me, you've got a camera on your phone that you can do video or photo on. Why do you need anything else? Screen recorder. No videos here. Tap the button to start recording. All right, I'll record you. Tap to start recording. What are you recording now? 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. No idea. Oh, it won't stop now. Oh, now it's gone up here. So that's recording stuff off the screen, but there's nothing on the screen. Records the screen. So what would that be for? If you're doing a Zoom or something, you wanted to record it? Recorder is just a voice recorder. Right. Not like a video recorder. Right. Okay. So, yeah, like a dictaphone, I suppose, if you wanted to record. Or like if you're recording someone incognito and you don't want them to know you're recording what they're saying. Okay. I just use a camera. Yeah, camera. Look, there's a picture. That records notes, I think. Right. Yeah, so, right, we're saying that's like dictation or whatever, perhaps. Or when you're doing an autopsy on someone and you have to say what you're doing. Right, gotcha. Screen recorder records a screen. Says it on the tin, Dawn. You're very welcome. I'm learning with you. Recording whatever's on your screen. Okay. Oh, it's still down there. Go away. Quick screen recorder. Yes, please. Share me. I don't do any of this sharey stuff on the phone. What's the SIM toolkit for? SIM toolkit. What's that for? SIM toolkit is not ready or unsupported. Oh, that's when you plug the thingy in, the extra bit. It's a sad day in Dawnsville. Okay, so basic that. I won't use the browser on here. Weather. I've got the weather. Do you want to know my weather? He never knows where I am. Oh, this only tells me in town in Limassol, which is a couple of hours away. 16 degrees centigrade in the town. That's so different to here. Today rain. Didn't get rain here. Tomorrow clear. Friday clear. Going up to 24 degrees. That's not here. See, they can't give me my weather. Oh, what's a boost speed? Oh, there's the notes. And that's like notes. I did play with that. Look, I made it pretty. That's me playing with it, what I can do to make it pretty. I saved it. So you can do all your emojis on it on your notes. I can write must go to Jumbo. You can date stamp it. I don't know what I'd use that for, but I like that. You can use, I've made note paper. That's the note paper I made. Practicing with all the emojis. So yeah, you can put your notes on there. I did that one. As you can see, I have to have a Greek keyboard because a lot of my stuff I have to translate backwards and forwards, not translate, type backwards and forwards. I got my thesaurus, and that's of Greek. My geocaching, the best use of the phone. I say that, I've been listening to a podcast, so I like that. Duolingo, that's a Greek app. Lord of the Flies, because I couldn't get that on Kindle, so I found where I can get that. I've got that on there. And then these are all my sad games. These are all my games I've currently got. Starting at the top, scavenger hunt, that's okay, but there's quite a few ads just when you're finding something. Cat Forest, not sure if I'm going to keep that. It's a camping site run by cats. And you have to build tents and make hammocks and interesting things. And you have to go foraging for wood and things like that so you can build things. It's okay. And then the buttons game, I've had that before. That's pretty cool. The fun race is 3D. That's cool. The next one, the word, whatever it says, wordgrams, that's online. And I've got a question for Jimmy from the Astute Tourist when I see him next. I was playing, this is like an online game, or you can play not online. I'm going a bit dark. And they give you icons of animals. You can choose what animal. And there was an animal playing against me, and it was a walrus. And it shows the flag of your country, and it was America. And Mr. Jimmy does look a little bit walrusy. And his channel's called The Astute Tourist. And it was called The Astute Walrus was the name he'd given himself. And I'm like, that would be really random, but really cool if it turned out I was playing against him. So I need to ask him when I next find him. Yeah, the Fun and Race 3D, that's kind of against other people. That's pretty cool. There's a game all around the world on TV, and I can't think of the name of it, and that's based on that. That's pretty cool. Figurates, I've only just done that one, loaded that one. I like that. It's where a number represents a letter. So all number twos in a crossword represent the same letter. You have to figure that out. Then I've got different spider solitaires. Tents and trees down the bottom. That's pretty cool. You've just got a small grid and they've got some trees on the grid. And then you have to put a tent next to every tree. You can't have two tents together. You can't have a tent diagonally to a tree. And you can only have one tent around a tree at any one point around a tree. And then on the grid, it tells you, like this way and that way, how many tents are on that row and that row. And it's easy, but you have to think about it. And then it's like, oh, hold on, it could be there or there. So that's a good game. If any of you are looking for games, Tents and Trees. These are all on the Play app, and they're all free, obviously. And then I've got a Mahjong, and this bottom one, what they call this one, Onet Star. Now, I've played games like this before, but this is the best version I've ever found. You just have to match the animals, but there's rules. They're all in a big, massive grid. You can only take them if they're on like the ends, or they can go and touch without touching other things. And it's an easy game, but this is great, a great version of it, because some of the levels of it, they all move and really interesting. So I'd recommend that. And then I've obviously got my identify plant by my little finger. I've got the stars. You can go out at night with it and hold it up to the sky, and it tells you which stars are which. I've got Reddit. I don't know anything about Reddit. And there was someone on a YouTube channel linked something to follow on there that I was really interested in. So I got the app for Reddit. That's rather interesting. To me, that's like Instagram, kind of. But there's other things in there as well. And then Tara I was talking to today, we were talking about A1s, and she's been really helpful to recommending some A1s for me. And this one's actually called, I was telling her about it, here, it's here, Dawn A1. That's what the actual app's called. And with that, you can just type it. It's a fun thing, but you can use it for things if you want. You type in anything you like and it will draw it, and you have to put what way you want it drawn, whether you want pencil or like Picasso or however you want. So you can do something like pigs eating dinner in a tent, just random, or monkey riding a motorbike in a circus, just really random things. And the more you put obscure, the better. And then it just processes it, and it prints out 4 pictures. Well, it shows you 4 pictures, and the last picture, it's got all of them into a square. So you've got them all as one as well. And you just press download, and it's really quick, and you can save them all and use them or not use them. You can write in it as well. You can write, and it says you can use them, but it will have their like little logo watermark on. Well, I can use it because it says, where is it there? Dawn A1. So if you see that on anything, you think, oh, Dawn's put Dawn A1. So the watermark for me would be blooming cool. That would be really cool. Tara says, did you get that working, the thing I showed you? No, I haven't had a chance, because when I came off of yours, I started typing all the bits in for mine. So no, I haven't yet, but I will. Maybe the weekend I'll sit and have a play with it. Reddit has some crazy rabbit holes you can get lost down. Really? In what way? In what way? Then I've got Boom. This is what I was talking to you about. Boom Radio. And then it's worth going. It's a free app, so you can just download that. And then I've got different musics and dances and workouts and yoga. There's some yoga I like and some yoga I don't like. Depends what sort of yoga, because there's so many different types of yoga. I'm not into the breathing and all that sort of size. I'm into the stretching and being flexible. It's good for me. I use it as just like warm up physio, basically, to stretch out. So yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. Hope you found that quite amusing. Hope you found that really amusing. The subreddits, you can find any subject if you look hard enough. Yeah, I was just typing in some random things. Seems to be a lot in there. As I say, I don't know a lot about it. I learnt a new word through it. Snark. I didn't know what that was. It could be quite interesting and it could be quite entertaining if you pick the right subject. Yes, I learnt snark. Look at me, trendy. I've also got on here, you can type in any YouTube, or I think anything. I don't think it has to be YouTube, and it shows you their income. So any channel goes, oh, we need your money. You can type it in and go, actually, you don't. So that's quite interesting. You can type in, if you want it, I'll give it to you, because then you can check that Dawn's not earning. Mine's like 0,0,0,0,0. And then at the top, it tells you your channel's worth. What is selling it? And my income is 0,0,0,0,0. And then the worth, it says something like $204. What's that about? I don't make any money, but it's worth $204 if you want to buy my channel. Oh dear. But yeah, that's really interesting. It tells you something else as well on there. Can't remember the other thing you can find out, but you just type in anyone's channel name and yeah. With the phone screen recorder, you can record the game and stuff you do on the phone. Just remember to turn it off. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. I assume then you can record chats, and if you do, I think Zoom and that you can record as you go anyway, can't you? But I don't know if all those things you can, but you could record it and use it later if not. I've got my arrow over your words. Let me move it. And you will find the video in your gallery. Right. Yeah, something weird's happening that our stuff, mine and Mike, seem to be joining up when they've had nothing to do with anything ever before. It's like really weird. Oh, and I tell you what I don't like about the phone. I've only put like a handle, a name, you know, like when you sign in a game, some games you sign in and you have to pick a name. And I've only used this particular name one time on one thing, not on a game. And suddenly on the phone, every time I play a game, which this code name, whatever you want to call it, handle, it wasn't a game, but now whenever I play a game on my phone, which isn't the place where I use this handle, every time I play a game, it comes up a message at the top, welcome, you're on level 5 on this game. or a completely different game. Welcome back, you're now on level whatever. On all the games on there, and I haven't ever used it on the phone. Used it on the tablet. That's where I put it. It was on the tablet. Did I put it? Yes, I think on the tablet. It's all linked. That's what I don't like, how everything interlinks with everything else. So, as I say, I won't do banking on computers, or not that I've got money, but that kind of thing. I don't do anything like that on a computer. I will not do that. So, yes, as I say, Google is linked together, yeah, but Mike and me, not our stuff, but things that aren't anything to do with each other. And as I say, when he got this computer, before he'd even used it, all my stuff that wasn't linked with his stuff in any shape or form was on it. He's like, well, hold on, how have they even linked us up? And it was, I can't even remember what the thing was, but it was blooming obscure things. It wasn't like social media or that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, how have you linked us together? I just threw that in the paper bin. It's on the floor. I'll try and get that now. Wait. I always end up diving down on the floor in my lives. I must not do that. So, yeah, Tara was talking about, I was just going to say, what are you on this? You're Tara in the city. Tara's got so many different names. I never know which one she is. She was talking about, or we were talking about on her live, A1s basically. And you probably all know, Neil particularly, because you know all these apps and things. All these different A1s. And what was the ones? I wrote them down as you were telling me, Tara. She's got some really cool ones. Wombi, was it? The one I asked about. She's done some where there's you can get celebrities and make them sing to obscure songs that they really wouldn't sing, and they sort of dance a bit. I like things like that. I haven't done any of those sort of things. As I say, this A1 drawing thing is my first experience of that. What was the other one you gave me? Oh, Mimic A1. And she's saying you can Mimic A1 photo face animator. And with that one, I believe it's you can get someone and you can duet with them. Is that the one for that, Tara? And you can duet a song with them. You photograph your face and it puts it in the A1 app. So if anyone knows any of those sort of things that you think I would like, they've got to be easy to do. I'd like to do that. And maybe, Neil, that's something you can do on your channel as well. Show people how to do those. Tara's going to do some. And show people how to use them and what you can create. They're really cool. Where are we? Google link together. I came in on the wrong channels. That was funny as well, talking about wrong channels. Tara was on, and I've had trouble getting onto Tara's chat and a couple of other people's chat lately. I think because of thunderstorms around here, Tara. I think that must have been what it was, because before when I was trying really get in and just couldn't. And in the end, when you finished, I put a message in the comments to say I've been here all the time. I just couldn't chat, which is so frustrating, particularly on your channel, because it's all about the chat. And so I'd finally got on. I think she had been on for about 30 minutes. The chat came up. I kept refreshing and coming out and going back in. And I finally got on it. And the trouble is, when you keep coming out and going back in, you miss the conversation anyway. So I finally got back in. I was like, yes, someone. And then Vermonster Grows was on Tara's channel saying that Painting with Squirrels, Shirley was about to go on soon. And I normally do watch Shirley, and I've been having trouble going on hers as well. And I'm like, no, I'm on Tara's. And I was staying on Tara's, and we had a good chat, and Tara was showing me how to do things. And I thought, I better just go on Shirley's and just say I'm on Tara's if I can get in the chat. And I got on the chat. I was like, oh, I've actually got on the chat now. And I haven't been on hers for a little while, not as long as I've missed Tara's for. So I thought I'll chat in there just for a bit. And then I had Tara's still up. It's quite hard actually physically listening. And I had both of them up. And Squirrels always wants help with her garden, so I was waiting. She kept saying, oh, we're going out in a minute in the garden, so I thought I'll come back in a minute. So I put that on mute and was watching Tara's for a bit, and then was talking, and I thought, oh, I better go and see the garden. So I went back over to Shirley's one, and she was asking about like tomatoes. So I typed about, oh, she's saying about she's doing her tomatoes indoors. So I basically just put, well, I don't quite know what her apartment, the layout of it, but it looks like a one room, and I don't know if she's got a separate bedroom. So I just put, well, make sure you don't have the tomatoes near where you're sleeping, because it can be quite toxic and take the oxygen and everything. And I'd put the message on Tara's channel. So me and Tara had been talking about A1 and apps and whatever else, and then suddenly she gets this message. Our mum was there at that point. She gets this message and she's reading it. Oh, Mum, look, didn't know this. Still said, don't grow tomatoes indoors and have them near your bed when you're sleeping. And I was like, oh, I put it on the wrong channel. So I put it back on Shirley's, and then I went to Tara's. I put, oh, it's the wrong channel. I put this message in. But as I'm typing that in, Tara was saying about, oh, Mummy learned something really interesting every day. That was so funny. Lucky I wasn't writing something about you. I did actually put on Shirley's, I'm in Tara's channel today. I think I did put, I've just put this message on the wrong channel. She didn't get it. She didn't get it. So you coming in on the wrong channel is no bother, my friend. Neil says, if I sign out of Google and my kid signs in, all her stuff shows up. Yeah, it's a bit creepy, really, isn't it? Oh, Tom Girl City Squad. Oh, she switched. Tom Girl City Squad says, then you save the picture of them to your phone, and then you can put it on there, and you can also take a picture of yourself and make the picture move. Is that the mimic one? That's the mimic one, I think. As I say, I'm going to have a play with these. I'm going to keep my weekend free. I might do some trees, see how well I am the next few days. I don't want to jump back into it straight away. I'm not physically able. So you should save the picture of them to your phone. Right. Let me write that down, because I will play with that this weekend. Save pic of them to your phone. Put it on there. Put it on there. And take a picture of yourself. I did learn shorthand at school, but I don't remember it. And make the picture move. Sounds good. I guess it's one of those things, if you do it, you get used to how to do it. Neil says, I know tech, I know some apps and such, but I'm not good at speaking about them. Oh, bless. You're such a help, Neil. Tom Girl City Squad says, I'm going to show people how to do that background thing on the restream that I did. That restream you're doing now is much better. I wasn't keen on when you first was using it. It was so small and you had that middle bit, but now it looks more professional now. It looks like a bit more like StreamYard now. That how you had the names and that down the bottom, that's StreamYard. That's exactly the same as that. That was funny. I learned something new. You know what, Tara, now? Every time I come on your channel, on your lives, I'm going to put something really random on it now. I'm just going to put some random fact or something. You'll be like, what? Neil says, I do the same kind of thing. And to add to the confusion, I have text to speech talking to me as well. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, that was something Tara's, she's changed to this man speaking now, reading out the things. We were laughing because this man, he's got this really, I'd say not a slow voice. He doesn't talk slow, but he's like, and we say now. And it was all like too calm, too chilled out, like he'd been smoking something basically. And I said to Tara, what's he saying? Because he says hello to you when you're first on, although I was a bit upset. He did say hello to me later on as well, as if I'd just arrived. Maybe I didn't comment enough. And he says hello, and then new beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus says, but I didn't get the says. He kept going sighs. I was like, what's he saying, Tara? Because he kept going, new beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus says. And then he'd be the comment. I'm like, what's he saying? And it's like, says. It's like, oh, he couldn't say that very well. And I was testing him because Tara said from her end he was better than the lady app, whatever that was she was using. Yeah, she was a bit robotic basically and a bit slow. And Tara says this man's different. And then I was testing it because the lady, if you typed in gobbledygook, like just random letters, the lady tried hard to cope with it, but some was funny. But this man, he literally read out all the letters, but as if it was a word, but pronounced every letter. So he was cool. And the lady couldn't say inches, and he could. What else did we test? Something else we tested. Oh, times. Tara said they can't do times sometimes, but he did times. But he talks a bit creepy. I still say he talks a bit creepy. But yeah. Neil says 2 or 3 channels get insane with TTS. Yeah, I can imagine. Tara says, yep, that's how I did it. I went to Google and looked up the celebrities. Oh, right. I get it now. So you can just find pictures of celebrities, get that, take a picture, and then bring it in. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. Oh, I kind of missed that. Ah, put from Google. But how are you allowed to post stuff? Because I always worry about music as well. Because when you do the songs sometimes, is it all right if it's 15 seconds or less or not? This is something I'm a bit confused about. And this is in the shorts. If it's 15 seconds or less, I think it's okay. But or else do you not get copyright? Tara says, I did not have to pay for it. It was all fun to use. I don't pay for anything. It was small, and every time I will have to guess on there, they will be small too. I have different comment reader now, yeah. And I said to Tara she needed to name him because I was laughing about him and saying what I thought he looked like, and definitely from the 70s. And I said, name him. And Tara said, no, they've got a name. Maybe they have a name, Tara, in case people complain about they're not very good, a certain reader or something. So maybe they have to have a name to identify them. But that's not his real name, David. I should call your channel and go, oh, hi, David. When you first come in, he says your name. He says, welcome to my channel. Yeah, he did. He was very polite. The lady never did she? I don't think. I'm surprised he said the time right. Usually they don't. Sometimes when you put the numbers in words, he says the wrong number. He was pretty good. He says my name a little bit strange, but he does say it the American way. So I'll give that. And I don't think he said Cyprus very well. You can change the pitch and speed depending on what area they say things different. Yeah. UK, USA, Canada. Can you get like people who pretend to be famous people, like so someone does a voice but they are copying a famous person, so people think you've got a famous person? We used to have answering machines. You could buy tapes of people answering the phone, fake celebrities answering the phone. I really don't know about that, but when I post it on my channel, I got no copyright. Because I wondered initially, Tara, when you said your channels kept being taken down, whether it was because you were putting your TikTok stuff up. Because TikTok, there are no copyrights. You can use anything, but YouTube is very strict. Don't think there's copyright on Instagram either. But YouTube, as soon as you bring a bit of music in or whatever, yeah, I've got not a strike, a warning about a bit of music I used the other day. And I know it's a fine site. It's one particular site I'm using a lot at the moment. And so I went to that channel because I know like the music site. It's not a big site, it's a person that does music. So I went to sort of say, hold on a minute, I've been using it all these years. How come there's now an issue? And as I went on, a big message comes up on their channel. If you've got a copyright strike, ignore it. Someone is taking our music and claiming the monetization from your channel, saying it's their music. So I was like, oh, cool. Where are we? I really don't know about that. When I post it on my channel, I've got no copyright. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. He doesn't say my name right either. No, Tara. I think it was Tara. Hey, Tara. Hey, Tara. I find that when people say my name, they say it different. French people say it a bit, I don't want to say weird, different. Americans definitely say it a bit different. It's fine. It's how people speak. I expect I say some people's names strangely. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got all my little notes. Got my notes here. And I've got my notes here. This is today's live. Got my little notes. So, yeah, I think maybe the weekend I will have a play. And I will let you know. Now I've got my phone. I think I will have a play with that. You love TikTok. It's great for what you do. It's great for you do, for what you do. That's something I can't get into. But for that kind of thing, yeah, definitely. Right, I'm going to go because I can hear the kettle going for coffee, which means we're going to have something to eat now. So that would be pretty cool. Thank you guys for being here, especially as it was a bit of a traumatic video at the beginning for me. It was a bit traumatic. I'm still not over it. As I say, 50-50, good points of it, bad points of it. Overall, would I have got one? No, I would not, but I'm going to use it to its greatest ability. Thanks for being here, and thanks for staying with me and being my friend. Until next time, as always, Meraki.